The minority rights that has been mentioned in our Indian Constitution under Article 30. It says that the rights of the minorities to the establish and administer the education institute under Article 30. The minority that has been mentioned in the Article 30, that means the religious minority as well as the linguistic minorities. All minorities have right to establish and administer the education institute of their choice. The compensation amount that has been provided by the state for compulsory acquisition of the any property for to the minorities for education institute for development of their education institute shall not restrict or take away any right that has been guaranteed under Article 30. This provision has been given in the 44 taken that is this provision has been changed in the 44 Amendment Act 1978 to protect the rights of the minorities in this regard. The act deleted the one more article, that is Article 31, that is the right to property. It is now a legal right under Article 300A. In granting aid, the state shall not make any discrimination to any education institute that has been managed by the minorities. The state shall look after all the minorities institute. It should not make any discrimination. The right under the Article 30 also includes the right of minorities for education to their children of their that is minority, whatever religion of their own, can have the basic education on the right of it is also a right to minorities. The minority education institute, there are three types. These are institute that are seeks to recognized as well as aid from the state. It has been recognized as well as it takes the aid from the state. Number one. Number two, it only recognizes and it will not take any aid. Type 2. Type 3, the institute that neither seeks any recognition from the state or nor it take any aid from the state. Whereas type 1 and type 2 state shall have from regulatory power that has been vested with the state. With this regard, the syllabus, prescription, academic standards and disciplinary, sanitation, employment, teaching staff and so on, regulatory power is with the state. Whereas type 3 this is institute that has been neither seeks or not take aid from the state. These types of state shall have, there comes under the type 3. There here the free or administer affair has subjected to their own operation, whereas they have to follow some general law. These are the contract law, labor law, industrial law, tax law, economic regulations. All these things has to be maintained by the type 3 of educational institute. So this is about the minority institute. Further on this, there is also provision that has been given to the minority institute that they should have their own governing body. They can appoint on their own their governing body and also the teaching staff, and they can select the eligible candidate for the education institute eligible candidate, and they can have the property and asset for further extension of their own educational institute. So this has been mentioned by the Supreme Court in the further coming judgments. So there are 6 minorities. These are Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, Buddhism, Jains and Parsis. At present there are 6 minorities in India. So this is about the Article 30. So thank you.